Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. Now, I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7. Pittsburgh 3. Mike.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Check.
80 weapon. '53 is the mic. High 7. 53 is the mic. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny?
Set a tone,
You're talking about the little guy back there?
Tiny.
That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And it's third down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Switch.
Topper. We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Man out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Elliott down to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Ravens nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
And a Raven first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Ship. He's checking. Crash.
Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
53's the mic.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. A first down carry for Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Baby.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll need the 39
right
here
there.
for a
54
first.
Mike.
This is
Double
third
dog,
down.
double dog. That's the way. Mike's 54. Mike 54.
From the
Watch
gun,
the screen, watch the
Jackson.
screen. Watch the
And
screen.
he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Another day.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Let's go,
That
baby.
is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense
Hey, watch
set to
the
go.
slant.
It's
Watch
been a
the
good
slant.
first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Good one,
But it's
boy.
the
Let's
NFL.
go.
How many times have we watched
Let's
14-0
go.
leads evaporate and quickly? So have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mike 49.
Flutie!
Mike's 49. Here we go. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Watch the
Throwing
draw.
on first is Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant.
They're coming.
Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. That one a
That's it,
gain of
baby.
20
We gonna
and a
work.
first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background.
No.
with his footwork.
Off.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches.
4 down.
Now
Check.
Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh,
The
boy, I know
coverage
you
there
felt
too
that one.
strong on the deep
I know
ball,
you
and
felt
now they
that one.
face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what?
Man, that's
Creates
trash.
a lot of
That's
confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Watch the run.
Wentz now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
36. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
4 down, 4 down.
Throwing now is Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles DeBoer to start the second half with the onside kick. Risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Look at that.
Run!
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown!
Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Eagles 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Again, it's Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Jackson from the shotgun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 25. Ready, go.
They'll run with Henry.
Rhino.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him. The guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
Run!
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This is Henry, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Being chased out left. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 26-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch a slant.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Sunday.
Get wide.
And to give this time to the tailback. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Not 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, here we go.
To throw is Wentz. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready? Go, let's
The
go.
Raven offense
Hey, we got
set at the
Mike,
line
number
for this
53.
next drive.
Mike,
And it's a
53.
unit last
You
drive
can't block me.
that
You
did it
can't
all
block
on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Mike.
66. Pull it. Ha. Get in the weight room.
Now Jackson going to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd
He
down.
wasn't ready.
The best quarterbacks that
He
ever
wasn't
played
ready.
the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Jackson now. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Match box. Light. Delta, Delta.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. 3 buzz. 3 buzz.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that
All
play.
day. All day. I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Lamar
Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 54.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
180.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throws right side, and that's complete.
Let's go.
A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
Check.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you're still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Come on, Olave.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Jackson. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now it's Jackson. He's got room to run past the 20. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
I'll get him. Get him.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
No chance.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Play action. Now Wentz. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Spot.
Great 15. Great 15.
Wentz to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I'm going to hit you.
And they just took a
all
timeout
day, baby.
with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? To throw, it's Wentz.
Outside coming!
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative. Don't you go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Eagles, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week. Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Go check wide 11, check back 11.
Oh yeah, and here we go. Here we go again.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good breakup, baby, good breakup all day, baby.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want anything.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Mike, wide 8.
6. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Caught by Montgomery. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Let's get that ball.
Prescott from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. No matter the situation in there, the defense won the battle. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 55, 70 ending.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On first down, Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A very solid gain of 27.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Come on, QB.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
58.
Out of the gun, Rudolph.
Party now.
He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Baby.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Ready. The mic. Go 58 to the mic.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Third and long, it's Rudolph. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short.
I got it. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
3 down. 3 down. Check it out.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
Run.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go, D.
To throw on second and 6, Prescott. And this is Parker, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Check back 11.
Hey, here we go.
On the ground, Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Get him, boy. Get him,
Now, look,
boy.
that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regret?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Pick, baby. You see it all day. Pick it.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
55. We ain't giving up nothing today.
On first down, here's Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
That's
up.
good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check Mike.
Shotgun snap
Watch
for
the curl.
Rudolph.
Watch the curls.
Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Set, ready. 58. Hey, Lobo. Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with
Here we go.
something here
Here we
on
go.
3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
You don't want no
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way
me.
you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara.
Run.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we Mike 6. Record.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, check Mike 11. Watch the run.
Prescott. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Let's go.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. A throw over the middle taken in, and he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Mike 6. And we got to get to the ball, team. Let's keep moving.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Check Mike 11. Hey.
From the red zone now, Prescott. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come in.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on, baby.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. That's good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Not here.
Rudolph now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, here's Rudolph.
Here I come. Here I come.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Falcons take
All day, baby, all day.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Prescott. That's caught by Montgomery. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Falcons.
Mike, Mike, 6. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Roberts got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Check Mike 11.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On the counter, here's Kamara. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Again, it's Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That's it, baby. That's it.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Oh, boy,
a good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already.
Coming to you.
Here comes third and goal. Here's Prescott. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Rudolph on first down. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's caught inside the 30.
Come on,
a very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
Kill.
Check.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Here's Rudolph. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Interception all day,
That's now
baby.
his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Then we're going to 53.
Hey, check back.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right?
Yeah, baby.
Once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Rudolph. Keeps himself upright. Oh, refusing to go down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd and 5.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Rudolph. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
51 yards on the punt there.
Let's go, baby.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check.
Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Going to 54.
Hey, check Mike 11.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Watch QB
They had to
drop.
punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Mike, 6.
Rip left.
Now Prescott. Caught by Montgomery. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Here's Prescott. And he finds Montgomery complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy.
He's back to
Four
throw.
down. Check. Four down.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
3 down.
Here we go, 47.
Check Mike.
Prescott to throw.
Coming this way. Here we go.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Finds his target, Montgomery. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Here we go, D.
23
Here I
yards
come
on the
again.
play.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Here we go, check 11, check Mike 11.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Oh, you better get
I'm
ready.
coming.
One last shot now for Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought
Let's go,
down.
boys. Bring it up.
Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Buccaneers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.